Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naeem Aslam live from London. And as always, in our daily update on this YouTube channel, we talk about opportunities in equities, forex, commodities. And in today, we will look at some more opportunities and revise some of the trades that we have discussed previously. My name is Naeem Aslam. I work as a chief market analyst at Evertrade. Over the last 15 years, I have worked as a hedge fund trader for Bank of New York Mellon and as an equity trader for Bank of America. Now, let's have a bit closer look at the equity market. So the US futures are trading lower today, which is a bit different for what we experienced yesterday, because of course we've seen some decent gains for the Dow Jones, for the S&P, and for the Nasdaq yesterday. Now, speaking of the Nasdaq is up 43% year to date. That is phenomenal gains. And as for S&P, it's up 13%, and the Dow Jones is up 4% year to date. But the Nasdaq performance is obviously, which is very, very stellar in as compared to the other one. But let's have a look at the opportunities. Now, if you remember, in the forex market, we talked about sterling against the dollar, and it was trading at 1.31, then it moved to 1.32, then it moved to 1.33. And during this period, we talked about the next stop for sterling, the next price target when it was trading at 1.30. If you haven't seen any of the videos, I'll highly recommend you to go through in the forex section and then have a look at those sterling videos. We talked about that when the price moved above the 1.30 price level against the dollar, that it will continue to move all the way to 1.35. Now, as of today, we are trading, we've touched that 1.3431, and now we're just retracing back, but I'm still very much holding that target of 1.35. As for Bitcoin price, the prices made another record high of 19,900 or something, but it was just a slightly bit shy of touching that 20,000 price level, which we all have been waiting for, which we've talked about several times. And remember, for me, the bull rally hasn't started. This is all recovery, because the bull rally is only going to start once we cross that 20,000 price level, because so far we've just yes, we formed a new record highs, but those new record highs are a very marginal distance with respect to the previous high, which was again at 19,400 something. Now we've made 19,900. So $500 for Bitcoin is it's just literally a joke. So what we are really looking for Bitcoin prices from here to touch the $50,000 price level, and that can happen as early as next year, mid of next year, I would say, if the momentum continues. But in terms of other altcoins, I'm not seeing much momentum coming back in Ripple's XRP. That is quite a disappointment, because now it is down by 1% today, but overall for the year it is up by 225%, and most of that performance has been locked over the last few weeks, over the last 2 weeks, if I just add that. But we certainly do not want the prices to fall below 0.55, because that is the level that we have seen before. But anywhere between 0.55 to 0.60 remains a pretty good entry point, with your respective target of $1 or at least 0.78, which is the high for this year for Ripple's XRP. Now, in terms of Ethereum, once again, we've dropped below that 600 price level. Again, we are trading between 580 to 600. Obviously, we want the prices for Ethereum to stay and remain above that 600 price level, because that is a major price level. Now, in terms of equities, we know that the S&P 500 futures made new record highs. Now prices are slightly retracing, and overall in the market, what I'm really seeing is that, yes, a bit of a hesitation. Airline stocks are a little bit selling off. Of course, the hotel stocks are also under pressure. In terms of your utilities like Tesco, Sainsbury, they are also down as well. But in terms of banks, again, I'm not seeing too much of a downside. Very, very small move to the downside, such as Barclays and Lloyds. They are down by less than 0.5%. In fact, HSBC was up during the Asian trading session. It's up like 1.31%. Standard Chartered is down. Builders are down quite a lot. They are definitely seeing quite a lot of downside move, and I'm speaking of Barrett's Home, and I'm speaking of Berkeley Group. They are both down by over 2%. Energy sector is up pretty much by 0.5%. That is because of the upcoming OPEC meeting. And remember, in that OPEC meeting with respect to oil prices, what we are really expecting is that they will extend, that the current oil production cut. That is pretty much the hope. If that happens, then we can see more recovery for oil prices. Then we can really continue our journey towards the $50 price mark in terms of a Brent, and in terms of our WTI crude, that journey can really continue as well. But in terms of the gold prices, yes, we are holding on to more gains. We are trading at 1823. Finally, to touch on Bitcoin, that there's a lot of bullish momentum. I have done a special video, technical analysis video. Go and have a look in the playlist of the technical analysis, that why I think that a big move is coming. That's all for today. And as always, remember to type all the questions in the live chat part of this one, because that is your opportunity to ask questions. And if you are not able to do that, then follow me on Twitter, which is Naeem Aslam23. I'm very active and I provide all the information and I reply to your questions as soon as possible. That's all for today. See you guys next time.